hopefully you guys can hear me. If not, please let me know in the chat if you are able to hear me or not. But I wanted to jump on tonight to do some live Reiki healing and try out this new style of going live on YouTube, because we can now go live vertical, and how fun. And so I know for me lately, my dreams have started to get really intense as we are heading into we're heading into the moon. I'm forgetting if it's full or new right now, but we're heading into it on March 25th, probably a full moon, and definitely a full moon. A lot of times when we get close to new and full moons, our dreams start to act up, and I'm definitely there, but I thought tonight would be a good night to hop on and do some Reiki, as I know I've been in the midst of like feeling like I'm spinning and going through a transition, and releasing the old version but not fully being into my new version. Perfect. Thank you for letting me know. But yeah, I feel like I'm like in that limbo phase of the transition and feeling the impatience of it, and just like feeling like I'm like kind of like spinning, and like all I want to do is sit and stare off into space and not do anything. And it's like a really weird place to be in. And hello, I don't think I'm the only one that's here. I do think that there are a lot of us in this like transitional phase, and like picking one of two paths, or staying open to both paths, or having healing things to come up, things from the past, relationships from the past to come up. And I've definitely been doing a lot of work, like shadow work as people call it, inner work, whatever you want to label it as. I've definitely been like in the midst of that. And getting clearer on what it is that I want. We're just talking about what I feel like I've been experiencing, and I'm thinking that other people may be experiencing something similar. Let me ask you a serious question. Do you really believe in your practice Reiki, or is it only for entertainment? I'm actually a Reiki healer. I'm actually a Reiki master. I do attune other people to Reiki. I fully believe in it. I feel the power in my hands. I have sessions with people in other countries that actually experience sensations within their body, and like have emotions come up, and like have healing after our sessions that I could not make it up. Like, even if I tried, even if I pretended, like I couldn't even create the things that people tell me, or like the insights that I pick up when I do Reiki sessions. It's just, I fully believe in energy. Like, I feel energy. I am an empath, but I'm actually a trained Reiki practitioner. Like, I got my attunement. I do the sessions. Have you seen the angels? Which angels? There's a lot of them. I bring in angels when I do healings. I bring in loving entities, but I'm not just an entertainment Reiki person. I'm actually a Reiki healer through and through. I know some other people do it for entertainment, and that's part of the reason why I think so many people on my channel say, I actually feel this. I feel different when I watch your videos. Oh my goodness, like, it's because I'm really genuinely sending you Reiki. I'm not making it up, I promise. I don't like dishonesty. I don't like snowballing people. If I don't pick up something, like if I don't get something intuitively, I don't share it in a session, because it's not true. So, God bless you. Have an amazing day. Thank you. So I wanted to hop on tonight just to do Reiki, and if there are other questions that you have for me, I am here to answer them. And all I ask is that if you want to receive the Reiki, just be open to whatever it is that you want to have come through. But I generally think right now is a great time to find stillness and, just take a moment, because I know I'm not the only one going through this weird transition. I know there has to be other people out there, and I genuinely just send you my love. So the other side doesn't have to believe in the Reiki. So this is a really good question, and it's kind of twofold, okay? So I've had Reiki sessions. So I also make candles. Like, this is one of my candles. And I do in-person markets. It says love. I do in-person markets, and I'll never forget this experience. So I was at a market, and it was a gentleman, and he was so like, nope, I don't believe in this stuff. Like, you're a quack. What? Like, I don't believe in it. And so he really just didn't believe in it, but he had gone through a lot of trauma physically in his body. He was in an accident. And so he was open to trying it. And when he was open to trying it, I had a session with him. And at the end of it, he was like, oh my goodness, that was, whoa. He experienced something. So you don't have to believe in the Reiki for the Reiki to work. I do think you need, your soul, your inner self needs to be open and willing to receive a healing. And I say this to you because my Reiki master, she had an experience with somebody who their soul was not, like, didn't want to take it, like would like throw her hands like off the body kind of thing. So you don't need to believe it. I do think you need to be open in order to receive it. And in a way too, Reiki is kind of like prayer in a way. It's like another way to think of it. However, like, it's sending the energy in a way. When did I start becoming aware of energy? So I was a child who was an empath. And I don't think my mom fully recognized that I was an empath. So I've been aware of energy my whole life, but I didn't actually have the words or the vocabulary and understanding until I was in my 20s. But I think like all of us become aware of energy. Like when you walk into a room, when you go into a movie theater, when there's something that's like making you hesitant, right? Energy is just everywhere, and we do feel it. We do feel this electrifying pulse. When I was in high school, I started to play around with feeling my own energy. So the Celestine Prophecy was the book that I first got this from. And I actually just taught this last weekend. I did a class on how to clear your energy, because I think everybody needs to learn how to do it themselves, right? We need to empower ourselves and do it for ourselves. And so one of the ways that you can start to become aware of energy, especially your own, is take your two hands, rub your palms together, and then you're gonna slowly pull your palms apart, and you're gonna keep bringing them back and forth until you start to get to a point where you feel like, it feels like it's magnets, and they're kind of like pushing away from each other. So like the other way you could do it too is with your pointer fingers. And that's a way to start to become aware of energy. And then you can like do this like over your body. And that's just one technique. Can I change the red light to blue or comfortable another? I think right now I'm gonna leave it as red, just because red is a really great color to have late at night. And also I don't know, if it's really distracting, I could definitely change it, but I think right now I'm gonna leave it as red. I would say, yeah, like you give it a chance to work, or like just give yourself the opportunity to be surprised. If you're going into something with like your arms crossed and you're like, absolutely not. I've had sessions with people like that, and it's cut through. But it's, I can't say for sure you're gonna have an experience. On my longer videos, if you choose to be open, or even tonight when I start feeling the Reiki session, I'm gonna recommend closing your eyes and seeing what you feel, and just like allowing yourself to like drift off. Like if you fall asleep, that's the best thing ever. You're learning about Reiki to become a healer. What's the best advice you can give? Yeah, I would say do a workshop. I'm going to be offering a workshop in April on Zoom, but I am one of those people who's like, jump all in, like let's go, throw ourselves into the fire and figure it out. I think with Reiki, having a teacher that you resonate with is first the most important. So it took me about 2 years to find a teacher who really spoke to me, who I felt comfortable with learning it from. And when you become attuned to Reiki, that's literally just the first thing. The next is the whole journey. And hopefully you have a teacher who would teach you, like how I teach. It's like, follow your intuitive guidance. Learn how to strengthen your intuitive guidance. Let your inner self and what you're receiving guide you during the healing sessions. Don't have it be so like straight to the book of like, I go here, and this and that. Like, no, like, yes, you can follow a protocol if you're very brand new and you're not really feeling anything, but the best thing that's going to happen is you welcome in divine guidance and you allow the session to unfold as it's supposed to and how it's meant to. And so that's how I teach. I teach you like how to give the session and like of structure, but I encourage you to really explore and experiment and figure it out. Like, just have fun and let go. And also, when you become a Reiki healer, this is something I really harp on in my workshops. Like, you cannot trust your hands. Like, in the beginning, your hands might get really, really, really hot. And you're like, oh my goodness, yes, the energy flow is flowing like so extreme. I feel it, it's here. Oh my God, yes, yes, yes. And then one day you're gonna have a session and it's not gonna be there. Like, your hands will not feel hot. And when that happens, the energy is still flowing. You just cannot fully trust the sensations that you're feeling in your hands in the sense of if it's on or if it's not. When you say Reiki on and it turns on, it is on. And that is it. Like, no matter what you're feeling in your hand. So that's truly like the best advice. And yeah, I do teach all of that in my workshops and I do them on Zoom. I'm asking because I start to look into some Reiki sessions and sometimes I become goosebumps and I become a strange but good feeling in the moments. I can't order it if it's only a placebo or if something really works or happens. I know the power of Reiki. I can't explain the things that I've experienced. I can't explain the ways in which it helped heal me. I can't explain what my clients feel. I don't think it's a placebo because I'm not giving you anything. Like, what's the placebo, right? Like, I'm not giving you a sugar pill. So, yeah, I feel like you'll figure it out for you, and Reiki isn't for everybody, and that's okay. There's other types of energy healing, and maybe energy healing in general isn't for you. But yeah, I'm one of those people who tries a lot of different things. I try a lot of different healing styles and healing modalities and like diets and fitness stuff. Like, I just like to experiment and learn and see how it helps me and see where it takes me. And I'm actually going to post a short with this, but I am a health coach and I am a fitness coach as well. And I really let both of those go because I believe the most in this. I was in therapy at a really young age, and so I'm really good at talking about things. And I love Reiki because it will just send the healing and bring things up and heal the emotions without me having to dig into the why. I don't have to explore, I don't have to think, I don't have to talk, I don't have to express. I can just ask for this healing to come and have it come to me. So, you're not coming across as disrespectful, no worries. I'm glad you're hesitant. Like, having hesitancies and asking questions is good. Like, I love people who stop and think and question, and this is my husband. He's this to a T. He doesn't believe anything. And I think anything that we read, anything that we practice, anything that we, like, just anything, like, why we can't just believe people blindly? What am I trying to say? We can't just wholeheartedly believe something that somebody else is saying because we decide to believe them. Like, we should think for ourselves, we should question things, we should see our own experiences, we should have our own interactions and then create our beliefs on what is true for us in this world. And like, your beliefs is your world and you can always change your beliefs. But to just agree with somebody else, regurgitate information because this is what we're told and this is etc. It's good to question. And of course, as I'm saying that, I'm like, yeah, as a Reiki master, I'm taught certain things. I'm like, yeah, I do teach the things that I was taught. However, I have experienced the beauty and power of Reiki. Do I have premonitions? I'm not a psychic like that, but when you say premonitions, I don't think of it that way. I am capable of having inklings. I'm capable of foreseeing certain things or like knowing when certain things are going to happen. When I was a child, I'm really good at guessing like when somebody's going to come home at random hours. Like they weren't supposed to be scheduled to come home, but I would like just know that they're coming home. But yeah, I'm really good at like being able to see somebody's like path and journey and like where like I can see how something will unfold, and things like that. So I don't necessarily call it a premonition. To me it feels like common sense. Well, amazing. I appreciate you being honest with me and I appreciate you being here. So let's see if we can change how you feel and what you think. So I'm also going to start talking a little bit more quiet rather than screaming at you guys. Can you hear the music at all? I don't always receive downloads in my dreams, but I have like reality dreams. Like my dreams, I'm like actually living another life, I swear. But I normally receive my insight and my guidance and my downloads when I'm like awake and I'm doing things in a meditative state. Like when I'm working out or if I'm exercising, I'll get my insights then. So you could just start to unwind, calm down, take a few deep breaths. Imagining that whatever happened today is washed away. Allow anything negative that you experienced today, anything negative going on within and around you, just be released. Let it go. Doesn't matter. Feel yourself becoming more light and free. And so with this Reiki healing that I'm going to send you tonight, you might feel tingling in your hands and feet and other places in your body. You might see shapes or colors. You might feel as if you're traveling to different places. You may feel as if there's waves of energy coming over you. You may feel cool sensations, warm sensations. You might get pings in other places in your body. You may have emotions come to the surface. You may have thoughts pop into your mind. But really you're just going to feel super relaxed and super calm. So with this tonight, I do invite you to close your eyes. There's nothing you need to see. I'm not doing anything special. And just see what it is that you feel. And with tonight's Reiki, I just ask that it help you heal in whatever way that you need to heal. you can slowly start to come back to this moment, becoming aware of your body, wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe taking a stretch. When you're ready, you can open your eyes if they were closed and come back. Thank you for being here, Chrissy. I hope this helps you sleep really well. And if you can, just have one quick sip of water before you close your eyes. If not, it's okay. Everybody else who watched this, please just drink a little bit of water after receiving Reiki, as it does help. But if you did enjoy the sensation that you get when I send Reiki, I do offer one-on-one Reiki sessions for a longer period of time, for 60 minutes. So you definitely can get a longer session and experience this on a deeper level. But the one thing I wanted to say is when I first started sending the Reiki, I had this urge to just cry. I wanted to cry so bad. And at one point you may not have noticed because I was doing my best to keep a poker face. But I definitely was like starting to like close my eyes tight and like have my face scrunch up, with the feeling of like having tears just start rolling down my cheeks. So yeah, that also might just be the healing that I need. But if anybody else was definitely feeling that, I felt you. And just sending you lots of love and light. I hope this helps you. And we'll still do the moon ritual, but I wanted to try doing Reiki here in this vertical format because it's so much more fun. I'm trying to think, are there any other questions, any other things that you guys want to talk about? And if not, I'm gonna hop off. And you're welcome, Dr. Lynn. I appreciate you. I appreciate all your support. I see you all the time, so thank you, thank you. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. My special thing, something special that I'm doing here. I'm doing a giveaway. I want to give away 3 people a free Reiki session. So I don't know if I'll have access to this chat after this live is done. So what I'm gonna say is to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is comment on on my community tab, the post I did where I mentioned that I was gonna go live here. You could just drop your favorite emoji. I don't like to make things complicated. Like, you could just drop your favorite emoji, and then if there's only 3 people who enter, then like all 3 of y'all will win. If more people enter, I'll just do a random name select and I'll reply to your comment directly. So yeah, I just want to gift 3 people free Reiki sessions, and ideally we'd have them next week. So, but if not, we'll figure it out. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. So yeah, so go ahead, go enter, drop your favorite emoji on my most recent post in my community to enter to win a free Reiki session with me. I'm good, how are you? Yeah. Any other questions, any other things that anybody wants to talk about when it comes to Reiki? Oh, there was that one comment and I didn't. That's amazing that you see the angels. That's really cool. There's some people who are able to see them like just in regular day too. I know people like that. So I think there's so much more to this world that we are unaware of or haven't yet explored. And I think it's really fun, especially when you do it with the intention of love and you're surrounded by love. That's like the secret sauce. And that's what I teach when I teach my Reiki workshops too. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to do another Reiki workshop in April. It'll be really good. I like teaching. Yeah. You just don't understand why they don't talk. Do you talk to them? I feel like there's certain... I mean, the whole premises of mediumship is speaking with entities who have crossed over, So, and then also there's channeling, and people channel through, like Brasha Goldsmith was channeling through the Pleiadians. Esther Hicks channels through Abraham. Well, not Esther Hicks. Abraham Hicks is channeled through by Esther. They're usually in the form of orbs. So there's a really good book. I have to leave it for you in a comment. It's about channeling. It's like how to channel. In this book, one of the things that I've learned, and this is what I learned also with mediumship when I took a class, it's like, and even Michael Newton talks about this in Journey of the Souls. So it's like, in order for us to communicate with, like to channel in certain things and to communicate with spirit in a certain way, sometimes we have, like, they have to bring their vibration down to meet us. And like, we kind of have to be in a certain vibration to meet them too. In the book about, I think it's called How to Channel, it's a purple book. They explain it really well of this, of what happens and like the vibrational frequency type of thing. And so that might be something for you to learn and explore in the sense of how to, it's really with like meditation. But that book was really good. Like I genuinely love that book. And for a really long time, I was so focused on channeling more. The other thing too is I think I know for me, like I channel when I don't always recognize that I'm channeling, if that makes sense. So just becoming aware. But yeah, take a look at that book. That one, Journey of the Soul, kind of explains about it. I feel like he talks about it in the grief section, if I'm not mistaken. But definitely that book, Channel of the Soul. I'm like, I don't know if I click out of this view, if it's going to pause the video. That's why I just don't know it off the top of my head. I have it in my Kindle. But yeah, I believe you'll be able to talk to them if you'd like to. There's no reason not, why you can't. Okay, cool. Well, thank you all for joining. Thank you all for being here with me on my first YouTube vertical short live. I hope this was really helpful for you, and I hope you all sleep amazing tonight. And please don't forget, 3 people, my most recent community post, just drop an emoji, your favorite emoji or an emoji, and you'll enter to win a free Reiki session with me. So yeah, thank you all. See you later. Bye.